Hey guys, and welcome to this video tutorial with me, Simon Bennett. I'm the head strength coach down here at Beaches Gym on the Northern Beaches. Today I'm taking you through a tutorial of how to use isagenix to fuel your body for an endurance workout. This can be an extended workout from 1 hour plus. This can be for a race, maybe it's a triathlon. This can be for a cycling exercise session that you might do, or even a long run. So anything kind of over that 1 hour mark where we're relying on nutrition to fuel our bodies throughout the workout, this is going to be really beneficial for you. Now, it's a bit more comprehensive than the video that I've done for a strength workout, in the sense that we need to make sure that we're fueling your body adequately prior to the exercise. And what I've done here is a bit of a timeline. You can see here is 0 minutes where we start exercise, and we're looking all the way back to 6 to 8 hours before you're actually going to be exercising. Now, this is pretty good for people who maybe will go out for a ride in the morning or even a long run. We want to make sure that when you hit the tarmac, it might be 5 a.m, it might be 5:30, that your body is fueled and ready to take you through that extended effort of exercise. 6 to 8 hours before a workout, you can take amped NOx. The beauty about the nitrates that come from the garden blend amped NOx means that you can put it into your system and it won't give you a surge of energy. It will sit within the body and it will go to the muscles that it's needed most when you start your exercise. It will stay in your body for 24 hours. So if you're taking an amped NOx, you can have that before you go to bed. If you're exercising first thing in the morning, that's totally fine. Don't think that it's going to keep you up all night. It won't. It will just be stored, ready for you to use it, and it will go to the working muscle wherever it's needed when you start exercise. So 6 to 8 hours, this might be 10 o'clock at night before you go to bed. You can have your amped NOx anytime between 6 to 8 hours, right the way up until 2 hours before your exercise. Night before as well, you might want to take an Isolene Pro, depending on how much food you've had for dinner that night. If you find you haven't really had much of a dinner, then you want to make sure that you do have enough macronutrition into your body to fuel yourself for the next morning. So you can have an Isolene Pro as well, and that's going to take you all the way up to 1 hour before exercise. Now, what I like to do here is just, if I am getting up in the morning and going for a long ride, then if I can, ideally an hour before, I'll take probably half an Isolene bar, and that means I'm just going to put something into my digestive system that's got fiber, that's got protein, that's got carbohydrates, and it's going to take a little bit of time to break down. It's not just going to be used fast for energy, it's going to be stored in the body. Half an hour before exercise, I'm sipping Replenish, and that way we're just going to keep your glycogen stores at an optimal level, so that when you start exercise, your body can use all that glycogen for energy for the first hour of exercise. So, and if you are feeling pretty tired in the morning, at that time, half an hour before, that's when you can have an e-shot as well. So I might get up early in the morning. If I miss this Isolene bar, that's fine. I've eaten something the night before, I've had my Isolene Pro, I've taken my amped NOx, I jump on my bike at 5:30 in the morning, this is just for example. And for the first 60 minutes, we are really relying on the glycogen stores that we have readily available in our liver and our muscle tissue. Okay, for that first hour, we should be pretty good to be exercising and using all the energy stores that we have as reserves in the body. At about 30 minutes, we'll find our heart rate's going to be fairly high. We're starting to sweat. We're losing electrolytes, of which we can be replaced using Replenish. It's a fantastic product that I don't go a day without using, especially for hydration purposes. All those electrolytes that you lose in sweat, it's really important to replace those. So at the 30-minute mark, I might just be sipping on my electrolytes. They might be in a reserve on my bike. They might be in a race belt where I've got water bottles here if I'm doing a trail run or something like that. Then when I get to the 60-minute mark, this is where we need to start thinking about utilizing food whilst we're exercising. Now, this might be quite hard if you're a marathon runner, eating on the run. A lot of people use sports gels, that's totally fine, but this is what we're using with isagenix. Ideally, again, it's always good to be eating something as well, so you're not just consuming just gels, liquid. Your body's always going to respond better by being able to break down food as well, which means you're going to get a slower, sustained release of energy throughout that workout. 60 minutes in, I'll have half an Isolene bar. and I'll be drinking that with water. What I don't want to do is have half an ice-lean bar and then just a belly full of Replenish as well. It can be too much sometimes if you're not careful, and you don't want to get what's called gastrointestinal disorder, which is basically like gastro of the stomach, where you can only stop and you'll get stomach cramps. So when you're eating a half ice-lean bar, just chew that, swallow it, and then also have some water as well. At the 90-minute mark there, we're an hour and a half into the exercise. I'm then going to start sipping Replenish again. As I said, we've lost a lot of sweat, depending on how hot you are, depending on the climate and the circumstances that you're in, how hard your effort is. Then we need to make sure that we are replacing those electrolytes that are lost in your sweat. And just for this example, we have stopped exercise at 2 hours. So this could be a 60-70 kilometer ride, this could be a 20k trail run, this could be a 25k flat road run, depending on what sport it is that you're doing. And then if we finish at 2 hours, then we're looking at making sure we can get an Isoline Pro within a 45-minute window upon completion of exercise, as well as I'm probably still sipping my Replenish here, because I want to make sure that after I've done 2 hours of exercise, that I'm hydrating my body, and so that I don't put my bike back into my garage, get ready, get changed, go to work, and I find that I'm dehydrated first thing in the morning. So guys, just to recap there, 6 to 8 hours out, this is when you can have an Isoline Pro and also get your NOx into you. You can take your NOx all the way up to about 2 hours before your exercise. Isoline bar if you can, and some Replenish, maybe an e-shot if you need to. Start your exercise. After the first hour, we are consuming a bit of Replenish in that 30 minutes to 60 minutes. Half an Isoline bar with some water on the hour. And then when we finish at 1 hour 20, we're taking an Isoline Pro, AMPED Recover, and still sipping our Replenish. Rule of thumb for endurance exercise usually is 60 grams of carbohydrates per hour. So we usually break this down to about 30 grams of carbs for every half an hour. I hope that's been helpful for you guys, and enjoy. Thank you.